Like, especially with me in this new venture, I'm like, listen, we can't do that. Cause like, you know, I get it, but like you want certain things, but we gotta delay the gratification. And I'm cool with that. I already went through my 90-day fast and created those habits, but I'm like, nah, we can't keep like, yo, it's crazy, man.
Typically it's easier for a man to.
Yeah, that's true. So it was like women, yeah, I just feel like we should go out, Now mind you, like we go out a lot, right? But they're gonna present whatever they want in that moment as if it just never happened.
Of course.
Like you could have went out 3 days before that.
It be insulting sometimes.
No, it's always insulting. It's not sometimes. Of course I'm insulted. That's like the kids, like we never had nothing to eat. And you just fed them. It's like, what you mean? So we did talk about that particular approach. Like, look, it's all right to request what you want to do, but you know, in doing so, we're not going to denounce all that we do, right? And of course, she's not naturally that type of person, but I just think women are programmed that way to not realize, like, yo, we just went out 4 times, and this is like, you know, so when you start to run the facts down, it's like, wait, you're right, but in all in all, you just want to go out today. Right. So this weekend, it's like, all right, well, we going out, and she had one of the weekends where the expenses was on her. You feel me? Like it was on her because I'm letting her know. Like,
different.
Yeah. So at the end of the joke, she's like, damn, I just spent like $700 and we only went out twice. I said, welcome to my world. Now you see why I don't want to go out every weekend because it might not seem like a lot in certain weeks when we getting the money, but when you add up on the back end of it, it's like, yo, we just spent all this money doing. No, fuck that. We have fun being in each other's company. Yeah. Cut back, y'all.
Yeah, I got a good one for you. So back to that show, I feel like it showed a lot of relationships going through like this whole therapy thing, even though it was about money though. So me and my girl went through that, and before I even came across the show, because I've always understood that how I am, I like separate money. Like, seriously, yeah, I don't believe in joint accounts and shit like that. And I'm not saying it's wrong or it don't work for other people. I just knew that's not the type of person I want to be or type of relationship I want to be in.
Typical Kendrick fan, smacking the mic in his face.
But then with my girl, when she had her baby and she wasn't working, then naturally she started using like my money and my credit card and shit like that. And that was the first time it was like a real taste of just like, okay, now it's our money for real. Not just like in society, like women always think your money is their money type shit. But it was like, no, I see all your transactions on my shit. And that was like a real like, wait, like I'm about to break up with your ass. Like, cause that shit, like, it was nothing like, and it was even crazy. At one point I had lost my job. So she wasn't working. I lost my job. So of course I still had money stacked up, though, 14, whatever. But it was hitting even differently and harder when I was like seeing trans. And mind you, again, I think the average man, especially with a decent head on your shoulders, pause, is easy for a dude to be like, no, I'm chilling. We relaxing. There's not this season for this. I'm relaxing. If I got this amount of money, I'm not buying shit. I'm chilling, whatever. Yeah. It's not easy to have that switch turned on for them, whatever. Yeah, so like when I was seeing transactions, I'm just like, yo, and they would say, oh no, but I needed that, or like it was on sale. It's like
it's always on sale. But it's impulse control, which they really don't have. So they talk about us with our inability to sexually control ourselves and within our nature to hunt, but they don't have no impulse control. So that's why it's easy to market to them, because if you can flash something to them as an opportunity that may be scarce, they're going to act on it 110 times out of 100. So they're going to break the knob. So it's funny you say that, because my girl, when I met her before she was in a relationship, she was working. Right. Then she stopped working. And then she wasn't working for the whole first year of our relationship. So literally that whole thing you had with that credit card, that literally was, I paid for 100% of everything. Now, granted, on the other end, she was like carrying her role and adding value in other areas, but I had already had to embed that into my software, like, this is our money. So granted, now that she's back working again, I'm still like a this is our money type of guy, but I'm more so try to like let her keep as much as her money as humanly possible. Like, whereas if you don't have to help out over here, then you won't. But I know for a fact that like I could tell my girl to give me her whole check, and without even questioning me, she's going to get it. Contrary to social media beliefs, contrary to what people might say, I ain't giving it. No, my girl would give me her whole income tax, her whole check, her whole 401k, her savings, if I ask without questioning what I'm going to do with it. And she know that I'm going to do the right thing. Right. You know what I mean? And it's like, but I'm not putting myself in a predicament to need that. Right, of course. You know what I mean? But the fact of the matter is, knowing that, it makes me comfortable that, all right, I don't mind taking care of everything. Because I feel like a lot of men be feeling like, I got to protect myself too, because we've seen in so many situations where, a man might do everything for a woman and at the end he just get it. Well, that's what you shouldn't have did it. It's never really like, damn, you spent what? And it's just like, well, nigga, you shouldn't have did it. You should have seen the signs. So some nigga just come into it like, you know what? I'm just going to come in that this way. And I know it's the other side of it, which, some people just see it like, nah, this is what we doing. But for me, it's like, I just look at it like teamwork. I'm big on what you good at, be good at. What I'm good at, be good at. And I don't want to compete to fill the same space.
Yeah, I look at it, why it's not comfortable for me is because I also understand that most people just have different ways of spending money. So I'm cool with like, again, the average man going to spend more money in a relationship. That's totally fine, whatever. Right. But as far as like, I don't approach Amazon the way you approach Amazon.
And you don't want to restrict her.
Yeah, so like, no, get your shit or whatever you make. I don't even care. Like, whatever. 100%. But once I start seeing your Amazon transactions on my shit, it's like, yo,
you fucking up.
Yeah, now I'm starting to really see how much shit you buy on Amazon. Cause I don't buy shit on Amazon every single day. She does. So that shit coming off my car. I was like, hey, fuck.
But that's a key point, though. Yeah. That's a key point.
And we went through this yesterday because it was like our Instacart or some shit like that. She was like her Instacart. That's the thing. Somehow, women, they just always finagle into certain shit, master manipulators. They get into shit. So I'm like, she started using my Instacart account somehow or some shit like that. And then I was looking at the transactions. Of course, somehow her shit was on my credit card. Her purchase. It's like, I started looking through that shit like, so you be using my card this whole. We had to have a conversation. I was like, yo, like, but yeah, so it's just always interesting. I always think it's key to have this conversation. So whatever works for y'all works as long as y'all on the same page.
But no, I agree with everything you said, and I feel like I do the same thing. Like I as a man, being naturally responsible. Well, I ain't gonna say all men is naturally responsible. Creating a way to become disciplined and become more responsible. Of course, we want to monitor where the money is going. Right? We just said we count every transaction. So we see something that's not needed or necessary. For them, it might just be a feel good purchase. For us, it's frivolous. It's like, what the fuck are you doing? So I agree. Like, I don't think I've ever will be comfortable. Like, you have to verify a purchase with me. Not even saying before you do it, but kind of like I kind of got to understand it. So it's like with your own money, you ain't really got to go through that process. Now, one of my folks did point out that at a certain amount, because we're still in bed together, we still have to. You can't just go spend $5K without telling me, because at the end of the day,
even if it is your money,
even if it is, because we still have some type of ties to each other. Your bad habits will affect me as mine. That's like I can't go gamble my money because it affects my family. So we have to put that responsibility on the table. But the fact of the matter is, just making it where it's like, all right, you making little Amazon purchases and it's like adding up to $120 and it's your money you work for. Who cares? But if you ask me for $200 for the Amazon purchase, I need to understand what is this being utilized for, and I'm going to make sure, because I'm not the guy that's just, I'm not like, it's crazy because I love spending money, I love giving, but I'm not just like loose with my wallet. I'm not the person that just like, yeah, let me get 1,000 and I don't ask no questions. I'm going to ask, even if I'm going to give you, I'm asking questions as I'm handing it. So what exactly are you doing with this? Like, what type of returns did this bring in? Like, this is a feel-good purchase? Is this your ultimate dream? What am I fulfilling by handing you this? Is it just something you want? No. You know what I mean? Unless it's like it gotta be some type of value for my bread. I'm sorry.
And you say your girl give your whole check. I know in my girl,
she would. I didn't think she'd give it to me.
I said she would.
I
misspoke probably. I know in my regard, I'm big. Again, I will ask questions, but it's very easy for me to assess very fast. Like, okay, cool. Like, even if I disagree with it, you want some woman bullshit. All right, cool. Take it as what it is. My girl though, she has it's hard for her to process big chunks of money. I'd be like, all right, but babe, like you say you're going, like, it could be. Like, I can't think it might be like, no,
say 2,000.
Yeah, 2,000. I can't think why, but like, I just know that she's been. It could be like she got to give. Let's say she got to give her family something. It could be. I've seen her like she got to give her mom or parents $500, whatever, or $1,000. Her brain does not process that at one time. But if it's like, again, back to Amazon purchase, if it's $100 a bunch of times that equal to $1,000, it don't process it. Oh, yeah, cool. I spent $100.
Oh, are you saying like she's not? She don't see what it adds up to,
right?
But if it's a large amount at once, it hits her like, whoa, this is $1,000.
Me, it's $1,000 no matter
either
what.
Way,
I can see it right away.
100%.
So that's interesting me that I realize with her. So if it be like me, her birthday, I'll spend whatever. It's no big deal. Whatever.
Yeah. But
whenever it's time my birthday, the same money. She like, hey, can I break it up? Like, if it was a thought, can I give you like 200 or 5 and 5 and 5? I'd be like, okay, cool. But I'm like, it'll take the 1,000. I don't care. I'd rather you just take the $1,000.
Yo,
like,
you know. So I think this is something that I realized right through all of my interaction. Right, women do not mind spending money when they want to spend money. Right, but when it's the responsibility or it's obligatory, they have a huge hatred, restriction, like they just disgusted, get stained, any type of word you can find on that frequency towards it. So what I realized, even like as a man, right, your woman will want to spoil you if it's her choice. I want him to have this. I want him to wear this. I want him to da-da-da-da. Like, oh, he said he want this. Let me surprise him. But if you ask her for $200, $300, it's going to be that resistance because they now feel how we feel when we're being asked for the money we worked for that we wasn't prepared to spend. It's like my phone rang every day with money I didn't prepare to spend that day. I didn't
prepare.
It's like you just wake up and you get a call. Dad, can I get this? Oh, I was looking at this and I went in. So you calculate, you do the math. Dan, that's $200. I didn't prepare to spend the day. I didn't wake up the day prepared to spend $200 on what you're calling me about. But if they wake up and it's like, oh, I just want to do something nice and go come here, they don't mind spending because it's a feel good spend. But the moment that you like, yo, look, man, my check delayed. I need $250. It's like, well, when I'm gonna get it back?
Like, all at once?
Like, can you give a payment plan? Can you make an arrangement where they just hold it? It's like, oh, you don't want to give me this money. So I learned that, because I try not to ask women for money. Like, I don't know if that's a good thing or because it could become toxic. Where it's like, nah, I don't know if it's pride. Whereas I don't even want to be in that type of predicament. But on the other end of it, it's like when you do, I quickly notice how you don't even want to give me this shit. It's always like, all right. Now, I'm not talking about the statement I just made when I said my girl would give me her whole check. And I'm only saying that in dire need. I'm not saying I'm just gonna call like, yo, let me get that check, and she just like, oh. I'm saying like, nah, like I need the whole situation for the next couple checks. She'll do that without question. But if it was just a regular Wednesday, and I'm like, yo, can you buy me $200? Can you give me $200 for this? She might have some resistance, and I'm like, yo, women is funny as fuck, bro. To your point, so. Her not being able to notice the little amounts equaling 500, this is why they don't notice why we feel how we feel. Because every day you spend $20, $10 on Starbucks, $10 on Dunkin', $5 on this, $60 on a refill. And this shit is equal up to $770 in 10 days. You're like, yo, I just spent $770. But to them, it was $10, $50, $60, and they don't care about yesterday. You say no, that day is like, they gonna have that on, but they gotta spend the $770 and it exceeds